Hi, have you ever gotten into a car accident? Well, I have. My name is Linus. I am a senior in high school. I am in the early admissions program, currently finishing up my senior year while being in college full time. I enjoy wrestling. I've done it for the past 3 years, and this is my unforgettable experience when I totaled my first truck. So last October, I had just got my license, and me being the person that I am, I enjoy trucks a lot. One of my favorite trucks being a Toyota Tacoma. So 1 week after I had got my license, my dad bought me a 2008 Toyota Tacoma, which I was extremely grateful for, as it was my first truck, and he bought it for me entirely, and I was super happy that I got it, and I absolutely loved this truck. I mean, I had plans for it. I was going to lift it, put bigger tires on it, and I just never got to do any of that. Another piece of background information you have to know about me before we go into talking about the accident is that I live in the Melbourne area. So one thing about living in the Melbourne area is that, as many of you should know, as I'm assuming most of you guys live in Brevard, they have the A1A highway that runs, it's the main highway that runs Beachside. And I had a friend living Beachside at this time. So on my way to pick him up, I was driving down Beachside, and as I was passing through the intersection, I'm suddenly in a brick wall. Apparently, while I was going through this intersection, somebody had run the red light, hitting the back left side of my truck, causing me to spin out and into a brick wall. I didn't remember any of that. I just remember waking up, or not, I wasn't passed out, but the shock had kind of fogged a lot of my memory. So I kind of just remember getting hit in the face with an airbag and then stepping out of my truck to see that it was in a wall. And whilst this was actually, very sad because it was my first truck, I absolutely loved this truck. It was the first truck I ever had. Luckily, I was not injured, despite my truck being completely irreparable and totaled by the insurance company. However, this was a very sad moment. I was very upset about this truck. It did teach me a lot of important lessons. One, maybe I should be a little more vigilant on the road and not go through intersections while people are running red lights. But also that I should be grateful for some of the bad things that happened in my life. Maybe not necessarily grateful for that thing specifically, but rather for some of the minor details, right? Because whilst I did lose the truck that I absolutely loved and only had it for about a week, I did walk out of this accident completely unscathed. And as I had mentioned before, I love wrestling. It's what I've done for the past 3 years. And last season, I was able to complete because my truck took the impact in this accident, leaving me completely unscathed. And I have that to be super grateful for. So next time something bad happens to you, maybe you should try and find the good and positive in that, and it'll make you feel a lot better. Thank you.